Hello, Gemini. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main read, I'm using the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. For the supportive Oracle cards, the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Already shuffled. First half is for a relationship, second half is single. I only put out the Oracle cards as necessary. That seems interesting how that's what helps and what hinders seems to be squished right together, which is interesting. But that's on your partner side, I'm noticing. So let's go from that. Gemini, yes. Let's see here. So there's something seems a little interesting here. The question is there something going on in the relationship or outside the relationship is the question. And by that, I mean, like, I don't feel like anything bad, just like something causing issues. Let's keep going and find out, because I don't feel like there's any, type of third party thing going on here, but I feel like outside influences are creating tensions. Now, I feel like your partner is trying to be very diplomatic. And they're trying to Now this is interesting. I don't know. I feel like these two go together. It's weird how these go together. They're trying to be it seems like they're trying to be diplomatic, the healer of ages. But that seems to be what is holding things back. It seems like they're trying to avoid an argument. And I feel like they're seeing signs that, like, I feel like there's things outside of them that are getting on their nerves. And they're trying not to push that off on you. But I feel like they're upset. And I feel like you can see these signs, but I don't think they're upset with you. I feel like it's something outside of the relationship. I feel like you can probably see this. And they're trying not to push this off. They're trying not to be snippy with you or anything because it's not you. But I feel like you're seeing this and you're aware of this. You're very perceptive about what's going on with them. It seems to be like this whole situation, what's holding things back is like they're very aggravated and things outside of your relationship are getting on their nerves, whatever that may be. It could be work, but I'm thinking it's more family for the majority of you. Now, I'm noticing this is what's holding you back, and that's communication. I feel like you might be like getting involved in the situation because you see they're aggravated, so you're trying to help, but it seems like the more you try to talk with them about it, the more aggravated they become. So this might be a situation where less is more. Because it feels like the whole reason you're communicating is because you're trying to help and you want to give options, and I feel like you are giving options, but I feel like it's making it more stressful for them. So I don't feel like it's working out. So what's holding the situation back is like the way, like, I feel like there's too many options, it's too much, like it's not working. It just seems to be creating more stress. And it's not bad that you're communicating. I just feel like moving on from what's bothering them and talk to them about something else. It might behoove you to move their focus to something that they'd rather talk about or something that would make them feel good. Because I feel like whatever's going on with this situation, it's kind of got a life of its own. And if you just kind of like move on from it and let them handle it themselves and like talk to them more about things that they like to talk about and move on from that subject, it would actually alleviate some stress for them. I feel like that could be how you can help. So I feel like that's kind of, yeah. Because I'm seeing like there's a lot of abundance, like there's a lot of good things with you guys. And I feel like this card is also saying like going a different direction can like enhance the value instead of like highlighting what's not going well. Yes, okay. So Now, what's going on here? I feel like it's very interesting because your partner seems to be taking action and doing some things. I feel like they're doing things kind of without you. And it kind of leaves you like in this spot like, what's going on here? Like, what? How come? Like, I feel like they have free time, but they're not spending it with you. And you're kind of like, the indecision there makes me think you're standing there kind of wondering, like, how did this happen? Like, it's weird, but it's also saying trust that everything's fine. There's nothing wrong here. Everything's fine. But for some reason, I feel like with all this going on, and even though you're trying to help, I feel like they're taking some time away from you. Like they're taking like a little break from you. But I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I feel like, again, this is coming back to them trying to avoid a fight. And I feel like you're trying to help and they're getting aggravated with that. So they're kind of avoiding you because they want to avoid conversation because they feel like they feel really like they're getting agitated and they're gonna blow up on somebody and they don't want to blow up on you. So the whole point of them, like, because I feel like they're doing stuff with other people and like not with you, but this is time they could have spent with you and that's how you're seeing it. The advice is just to trust that this is in your best interest because I feel like they're venting or they're getting rid of some of this excess energy without causing problems in the relationship, and that's the whole reason for it. And this is a good thing. Like spiritually, they're saying trust that this is working to your benefit. Because spiritually, you have the woman holding a heart, which don't get caught up in the gender. It just means you have a lot of emotional connection to this person. You're very loving. You're in love with this person. That's how it looks to me. And in which it's a relationship read, how rare. But then on their side, they have the Sun card, so they're feeling the same way. That's kind of how I'm reading this. It's like mutual connection, feeling very good about each other. And the whole point is like this time away, they don't want to blow up on you. They don't want to damage or cause any problems in their relationship, so they're just taking a moment, like a break, like a breather. Which, from what I understand, with healthy relationships, people do this anyway. There should be these moments where you each have like time without your partner, just to de-stress. And not like your partner's a problem, but just to have that like reset button type feel, like absence makes the heart grow fonder, that type of thing. Okay, anything else? Where you're both standing, you're very happy with your partner. You got that victory. You know things are going to be fine here. Even though they're going through a rough situation, you know things are going to be fine. That's the victory on your side. The third eye chakra on their side is like, I feel like that's the inkling for them to do something without you, something recreational in a sense without you. That way there's no damage to the relationship, but they can still kind of vent this anxiety or whatever's going on with them. So I feel like that's where that third eye chakra comes in. Like they're getting that nudge to like take a break, hit the reset button, because I feel like the agitation is growing, and they don't want to blow up on you, but it's just because you're so close to them, it could easily happen. So this nudge to just do this activity without you, like releases that stress, hits the reset button, heart grows, absence makes the heart grow fonder. All this good stuff happens. And again, it says just trust that this is working to your benefit, because I feel like in the long run you're going to see how this balances out. You're going to see how this balances out, and it's just going to make the connection between you stronger. They're going to feel a lot better. They're going to feel a lot more confident that they have their emotions under control, and they're not going to blow up on somebody that they don't want to blow up on. Like everything balances out. Like I feel like the strength is going with this action where they're doing something without you. I feel like it makes them stronger, helps them value you more. I don't feel like that's a problem to begin with, but I feel like the whole point is they don't want to vent on you, and they're concerned about that because you're so close to them, and they talk about the situation, and it starts really like it's almost like touching a match to a gas. Like it's like they're made of gas, and like you have this match you're kind of waving in front of them, And even though you're not trying to set them off, you could easily set them off. It's like they're gassed and you're a very hot item? I don't know. You could set them off. Not because you did anything wrong, just because you're so close to them and you can get into their emotions, you can just trigger it without wanting to, and they just really don't want to do that. Because I feel like the situation that's really aggravating them, you don't actually have anything to deal with. It's not really something you're a part of. And there's only so much you can do, and they realize you're trying to help them, but it's not helping right now. It's just the situation is becoming more and more aggravating, so they want to vent this aggravation without venting it on you, and that's the whole purpose. So I feel like that's the whole point of this reading. When this moment happens and they do something without you, because I feel like it's going to catch you like, what? Like, why? Like, why don't you want to spend time with me? It's like, I feel like it might hurt your feelings a little bit. The whole point is it's good for the relationship. It's so they don't vent on you, because they realize they're coming to a point where they're going to snap and they don't think it's fair and they don't want to damage the relationship based on something that has nothing to do with the relationship. Okay, so let's move on from that. Let's do Gemini singles. Alright, so Gemini singles. What do we want to do for Gemini singles here? Gemini singles. I don't know, I think we have to divide it into 3 for some. I don't usually do that, so. Okay. I don't usually do that, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to be a little forthcoming. The whole reading looks good. So, where you were standing and where you end up is good. There's a bump, but I feel like you're going to get through that. Where you're standing, that kind of fits. How do we want to go about this? All right, so where you're standing, happy family. That's a good thing. There's a card behind it, though. I feel like you're kind of, well, it is Gemini, so you can have opposing views. You have happy family and you have hostilities. I feel like there's somebody that you're feeling there's a lot here you can have, a lot here that can go right. You're also feeling a little jealous. I feel like jealous is the word. So I feel like there's somebody you're very interested in, you're feeling really good about, but you're having a little bit of a jealousy issue. I'm also seeing in the environment carrying connections. This person feels they have emotions for you too, so that the emotion is coming towards you as well. Very good. Now, for Gemini, and only because I can resonate with some Gemini energy myself, the indecision seems kind of like, especially when you're feeling a little jealous, but you're feeling very excited at the same time. I feel like you're thinking there's competition. And you're wondering, is this going to happen or not? And I feel like that's the indecision. This is what's in your thoughts. You're wondering, is this going to happen or not? I feel like that's where we are. That's where we are. The overall energy of this is blossoming abundance, which I do feel is saying that you're going to get what you want. This is like, I'm seeing a lot of things here saying it's going your way. You're seeing a lot of value with this person. You're very happy with this. The past and the near future, well, the past and the future, not the outcome, but the past and the future seem to be a little bit of like what's causing some issues here. The past seems like you've kind of run into roadblocks before, and maybe with this same person. And you're just worried that it's only going to go so far, and then you're going to end up, in the lurch. Let's go to the future. I feel like that jealousy is it's getting you. It's getting to you, I should say. So it's kind of making you a little insecure is what I'm afraid of here. Let's actually, because I feel like the actual connection with this person is going well. The only worry is this jealousy could cause you some issues. It could, I feel like it caused a little bit of disruption with the relationship, but ultimately not damage it, if that makes sense. But all right, so we didn't get many cards. We only got 3, but still, the jealousy. Like, I feel like the point here of this saying, like, it says envy, which kind of like, and this it's feeling like jealousy. They're putting the look with a sign here, because I feel like you're feeling it. You're feeling the jealousy. I feel like that's coming up. And this is your moment to nip it in the bud. To find ways to handle this without it becoming a problem, because I feel like that's an issue. Like, if that creates its own life there, it could actually damage the relationship. I feel like you're aware of this. I feel like you're very aware of this and you don't want that to happen. I feel like you're very on point with it. You're like, this is my natural reaction, but I can't let this destroy things for me. Because you're aware of this person, like if you're jealous, it's not going to go well. You just realize it's not going to go well. Now, I hadn't talked about this at first, but this is where you're currently standing. Of course, don't get caught up in the gender, but it's man holding a heart, and then it's the angel of love. The two of these together, like the man holding a heart, he's very much like he knows how he feels, and he's looking to move things forward. The angel of love, that means that like everything is going your way. Like anything that can go your way will go your way. Everything's a go here. Like, I don't feel like you need to be worried. I don't feel like you need to be worried about competition. And that's the whole point of these 2 cards in the center. One, that, I feel like this is a reminiscent of both of you. You both want this to go forward. And the angel of love is saying there's no blocks here. There's nobody going to take what's yours. There's nothing to really worry about. The other person feels the same way. There's nothing to be jealous of. But there is going to be a moment in the future where somebody shows the person you're attracted to some attention, and that's going to make you unhappy and make you feel a little jealous. It's all about how you handle that moment. The moment is going to happen. I feel like really strongly it's going to happen. But if you can just kind of brush it off or like somehow find a way to deal with it without it festering and without it causing problems, I feel like you're golden. Like this moment here can really set the tone. However you handle it. The thing is, you got to be careful not to let it fester. You have to kind of resolve it. I don't feel like speaking it is a bad thing, just how you speak about it. If you speak about it in a complimenting way to your partner, like, oh, I saw so-and-so giving you attention, and I'll be honest, I was jealous for a quick moment, but then I remembered how you feel about me and I got over it. Like something like that where you just kind of push it to their benefit, like, oh, I know how you feel about me, so I realize there's no reason to be jealous. Like if you just kind of vent it that way, that might be okay. Because if you show confidence in your partner, I feel like that's good. Because I feel like it's all about, I feel like your partner, if the jealousy comes through the wrong way, they might take it as an insult, like, why would you think I would do that anyway? Like I feel like that could be a very insulting situation if you're not careful, and it's all about how you handle it. But the thing is, the person getting insulted is going to be the person that you care about, because they're going to take it like, why are you jealous? Why would you think I would go for that? Like that type of thing. I feel like that's the issue there. That being said, your overall energy, it's the last card, but the overall energy matches it, in my opinion. You got victory. That's your outcome. Victory. You're going to get what you want here. Blossoming abundance. The other person feels the same way you do. And I feel like that might be the whole purpose of this reading. To realize this person is on board with you. Nobody's going to take anything from you. The jealousy, it's all about how you handle it. That moment is going to happen. It's all about how you handle it. And to be aware that like if you come across like a little jealous, your partner could take that as an insult, like kind of like, why would you be jealous? Because there's no reason to be jealous. I wouldn't go for that anyway. Like, why are you jealous? Like, it doesn't make, to them, they take it as an insult, is what I'm afraid of. It's all about how you handle it, though. If you can spin that to their benefit, like, oh, I was feeling a little jealous for a minute there, but then I realized how you feel about me and I got over it because I realized you would never do that. Like, I feel like you could spin that to your benefit because I feel like the moment will happen. just how you handle it is the whole thing. You want to, the trust is there because I feel like they trust you. So if you push back that you trust them, you're gold. You're gold. Anything else here? All right. That's the singles for Gemini. We'll wrap that up here. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.